Morning everyone, welcome to Felix Try 26, day 23 of the challenge so far. Just quick thoughts this morning and answering a few questions that some people have fired through. Just before we get to that, got something playing on my mind and I just need to share it. And hopefully you'll find it interesting. But before I do, please subscribe, please like this video. Let's try and get me to 1,000 subscribers so I can stream live across the finish line on the 26th. So, last night I thought that it would be a good idea to put a picture of one of my blisters on Instagram, you know, just to show people the dedication that I'm going through. Bearing in mind, I've swam 21 miles, I've cycled well over 1,000 miles, and I'm into hundreds and hundreds of miles of running, about 550. And someone made a comment on there saying bad admin equals pain or pointless pain or something. And he had a little emoji next to his name, and it was like of a My Little Pony with like a spear going through it. I was like, it's a bit strange, someone making a comment like that. Obviously they haven't done much running in their time. So did a bit of research and noticed that there was a few other people with My Little Ponies with spears going through them. I was like, wow, perhaps this is a bit of a clan thing going on. And the guy's username, I won't mention it, the full username, but it was Peggy123 or something. So I did a bit of internet searching, found out that it was actually the Pegasus, with a dude sat on the Pegasus with a spear resembling paratroopers. World-renowned, professional, dedicated, one of the finest fighting forces in the world, which I have absolute admiration for and complete respect. Then I thought perhaps this bloke's a Walter. Anyone that's in the military knows what a Walter is. I thought surely a bloke that has been conditioned and trained to the highest standard would never make such a stupid comment as if to say bad foot admin after all those miles. Gotta be a Walter Mitty. This is an open invite to you, buddy. If you're watching, you're more than welcome to come running with me if you've got the beans. However, the prerequisite is you've got to swim 21 mile first, then you've got to cycle over 1,000, then you've got to catch me up, perhaps on your My Little Pony, and then we can finish over the cross line together. Until then, keep comments to yourself, big lad. Okay, let's move on to something a little bit more positive. Okay, so what do I think about to try and get past that pain barrier? What I do is I acknowledge that pain. It's there, it's going to be there. You would be stupid not to assume that it's going to be there after those many miles. So I acknowledge it, it's there, I accept it, and I just move on. You don't forget about it because it's personal preservation. You don't want to do any more damage than what you've actually done. You just accept it. That's what I've done on this journey, is accept things that I cannot change. no point of getting all upset about it, because that just increases the pain. So I hope that answers that question. Second question, this is from my mum, and this is a typical mum question. How much sleep am I getting? On average about 8 or 9 hours, but it's broken. Waking up, strangely enough, needing to go to the toilet on average every 2 hours. And I think that's just due to the amount of supplements, rehydration supplements that I'm taking to make sure that I don't keel over in the day. Good admin will make sure that I cross that finish line on the 26th at 2 o'clock at Camper King. There's one more question that I got asked. Well, there's a couple more questions, but I'm going to answer one of the questions. And it was it was quite an in-depth question. So I'm going to partly answer one of the questions. What have I sort of worked out on this journey so far? I've worked out priorities that I had before that were at the top of my list. After contemplation, those priorities are now being rearranged to the bottom of my list, probably further down than the bottom of my list. Things that were sort of quite high up there but I didn't completely prioritise was my family. Change, they're now 100% at the top. That's all I live for, is my family and making sure that they get everything they need. I know that probably doesn't answer the question that Adam sent completely, but that was my interpretation of the question. Okay, so I've got about another 30 something odd miles to go, so that's me signing off. And as David Goggins would say, stay hard.